Hey guys, welcome back to Cut Tarot. My name is Crystal, and we're doing Q&A today. I am going to post the prices, and we can get going. All right. All right, let me pin this. There we go. So I will explain. Anybody new coming in, you can get a free pendulum question. You need to put your question as a yes or no respondent to that question. For example, does so and so have romantic feelings for me? The answer is going to be a yes or a no. So make sure you do that. The other options are a yes no questions, which is a pendulum plus pulling 5 cards and giving you some details. The in depth questions are regular questions that do not have to be answered with a yes or no. And then the extended is more time, like a more lengthy, in-depth, extended reading. I have Zelle and Venmo. If you do not have those, I also have Cash App and PayPal. Just write it in the chat asking me to post it. All right, sounds good. All right, while I'm waiting for people, I'm going to do a zodiac reading. Let me think of who. I'm going to do a Libra general reading. I'm picking Libra. So I'll put that here. It's going to be a collective reading. Just as I wait for people to come on. All right. Okay, I'm going to focus for what is coming in for Libra. So Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into these to this question or this reading. Sorry for Libras. This is going to be a Libra collective. So take what resonates, throw away the rest. It's not going to apply. Everything will not apply to you. Take what does and throw away the rest. What is coming towards Libra? What, who, when, Where and why? All right, Libras. What is going on with you, Libra? All right, cycles. Cycles. Cycles of toxicities being worked through. Anything that no longer gives you peace of mind, anything that you're holding on to, that you're needing to let go of, that you want to change, because this is all on you, Libra. You are the master of your own decision making, and Libras are known for not making decision making very easily. Hi, Shell. So this is for Libras. The Libra does have some sort of a decision to make, and I think that it's this, that there's uh, new beginnings coming, new cycles, but only if that person is willing to change. You, Libra, if that is making you willing to change, okay? So what's coming in is that if you can get rid of some of your toxic behavior and move forward by, yeah, letting go the things that you hold on to. Those things are not helpful to your life right now, okay? It honestly keeps causing you problems. So I think that the best thing is for you to make a decision. Definitely take your time with the hermit. Definitely take your time. Go inside. Be very insightful. Follow what, you know, I think you guys should start meditation and start just the the beginnings of writing down what you do want out of your life. What do you want to change? What would be a better way to go about things? Just I keep hearing the word examine yourself, examine your life up until now, and if there's any kind of toxic behaviors, you need to let those go in a timely fashion because these things have held you back, okay? These things that you're holding on to have literally held you back in life. All right, with the strength card, um, instead of being strong, it's it's actually the opposite. You do a whole lot of thinking, but not a whole lot of acting. Sorry, Libras, but it feels like you do a whole lot of talking and a lot of not listening. Um, okay, what's coming in for Libra? If Libra does decide to change for the positive, what's going to change in their lives? What's going to change for Libra? What's going to be, what good will come out of these changes? What good will come out of these changes? Hi, Shell, how are you? I can't see who just sent a question in. Whoever sent the question in, please just say I'm here. All right, if you make these changes for the good, Libra, where is that going? Like, how is that going to change your life? What will come to you if you make these decisions? Okay, so hi D, how are you? Oh, you did. Okay, you're going to be in like 2 minutes. So I'm just finishing up a Libra collective reading, and then I will get right to you, D. All right, so Libra, do a whole lot of thinking and not a lot of talking. You need to like flip it around. Don't speak before you think before you speak. And it shows that like you do need to have you need to have some off time to be a hermit, to see what you do want to change, and then communicate and take action. Okay, I see you as uh, the magician and the emperor, taking action, making plans, and just seeing if you change your behavior just a little bit, see what comes toward you, because it shows that you really got to let go of what doesn't serve you and serve others. So that sun card is, there's a lot of people you feel have walked away from you. You have abandonment issues, and so you need to get through that and get to the other side, which would be the sun, where you're finally content. You're no longer having these double uh and the devil isn't always bad. It's just the Libra needs to disconnect whatever is holding them somewhere. So I'm hearing a whole lot of therapy. This needs to be talked out so that you could let go of it. All right. Okay, Dee. So you put, I've not been on here for a long time. Since last time I was here was 3 years ago. No way. That's crazy. I recently watched the last reading you did for me then, and it was quite accurate in retrospect. Awesome. Okay, you didn't send me your question, right, Dee? Thank you for coming on. I got the oh yeah, I'm seeing your name, like the full name. I do notice that, but oh my god, 3 years. That's crazy. Yeah, you can post your question, Dee. That's awesome. And you know what, like you were able to find your exact video that had your reading? Awesome. Okay, so Jeremiah and Samantha, thank you for that short, like collective Libra. I just didn't want dead air. Okay, so my question. I wanted to know what Christian's thoughts and feelings are for me. We are not in a relationship. That's crazy. How do you save it? Like like sometimes I have really good nights and I want to save it, but I don't know how to. That's crazy. You saved it. Okay, that's cool. We are not in a relationship, but I kind of like him, but not sure how he feels. Save it to favorites. Oh, okay. Save it to favorites. Michelle, can you text me or messenger me and just write that? Save it to favorite so I can notate it later. Just by liking 3 years ago, saved in my likes list. Wow, and downloaded 3 years ago. That's crazy. Okay, so the question is, so Christian is somebody that has been in your life as a friend or a coworker or what? So Jeremiah and Samantha, please come in for Dee's question. Her question is, she wants to know what Christian's thoughts and feelings are for her. They're not in a relationship. She kind of likes him, but she just wants to know, how does he feel? As someone I see at his job on my commute. Okay, because it felt, that's funny because it's like, is it somebody you know and like a coworker? So it's kind of okay, as somebody I see at his job on my commute. Wow. Okay. At his job on your commute. So he's part of your commute. Okay, cool. Okay, so I do things differently than 3 years ago. I do 10 minutes for an in-depth question, so I time it so that everybody gets. So let me say it one more time, then I will start the 10 minutes. Okay, let's bring in Christian. Christian, do you know him by his name because he has a name tag, or have you guys do you communicate with him other than that? He told me you talk. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Perfect. So you guys talk. He gave you his information, his name. All right, let's see. Christian, and also my spirit guides, please come into this question that I just started. Christian, when you think about Dee, what are your feelings, thoughts, energy, emotions? Are you interested in her? Is she just a friend? Explain to Dee how you feel about her. She kind of likes you. She kind of wants to see if you like her back. So let's see. Let me get more comfortable. All right. I am going to close my eyes. If I see any visions or hear any audio, I'll be able to process it easier by connecting right now. All right. What are your current feelings, thoughts, energy, emotions for Dee? All right. I'm going to start shuffling, or I'm just going to start pulling cards. Okay. Do you have to go through him? Like, are you in your car when you see him? Do you have to go through something to see him? And also, no, a train. Oh, okay. So not through something, but okay, a train. That makes sense. So he works on the train. That is so cool. Are you in a different? Where are you? Well, no, I can't say where you're living because I don't want people to know people's personal information. But are you in the U.S. or no? I'm like, a train sounds so cool. Okay, so look at this. It shows that when you're traveling, you have to pass him, the U.S. East Coast. Okay, so I'm on the way West Coast. So those things I'm not very good at, but oh my god, it's so cool. East, Michelle knew it. So the Six of Swords is showing me that, like, in order to get to where you're going, you have to see him. And that's kind of what I meant. So when you said a train, that makes sense. If you have to go through him, not him personally, but doesn't that make sense? If you have to go onto a train to see him in order to get to your job, that's exactly what I see here. So you have to travel, and then that's when you see him, and then you get off. So, how long, while I'm pulling cards, how long are you on the train for? Okay. 20 minutes. Okay. And what are your feelings? It feels like he hasn't like made his feelings clear with you. He's kind of the hangman, right? Like he's thinking about it. When he does see you, he's happy to see you. His schedule changed. Okay, so that makes sense when you said his schedule. Look at these two cards. So the hangman to the five of cups. Like the schedule changed. So now you're kind of disappointed. He's kind of disappointed because you guys don't see each other as much, but you guys are in communication. So let's see. Yeah, like literally, you guys both So you guys are both single, I'm seeing, and there's something about you that he really likes that he doesn't want to like just let go of you. You guys both think about each other when you're not, especially like since his schedule changed. Yeah, it feels like he's missing out on being able to spend time with you, see you, and so it leaves only communication. So answer me this: is the communication good, or is the communication could the communication be better? You pull some more cards. How do you feel about her? He is attracted to you. He finds you sweet, feminine, um, attracted to you. There's something about, okay, so he's showing me this vision. I don't know if it was the first time you guys ever saw each other, but he's showing me this vision, and it could just be, a symbol for something. There you go. There you go. The communication is lacking. Because that's why I was asking. Is the communication going well or not? Because it feels like you're missing out, he's missing out, and the communication is almost a struggle right now. It's been limited because of his schedule change. Okay. The King of Wands, he is attracted to you. He looks at you as the Queen of Cups. That's more of like he thinks you're sweet. But the vision that I saw, yes, the vision I saw is that either this is what it's either this is what's in your brain that you remember, or this was the first time you guys ever saw each other, or this is where it developed. It's just showing me his face, your face, and like the way that you look at each other without saying, I really like you. You could tell with the smile, you could tell with the eyes. Does that make sense? It's like you're communicating with your body language, with your eyes, and and so you're seeing the connection. Okay, there, like automatic. You can't think it went a different way. It's almost like the Lovers card. The Lovers card is different from the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a soulmate, which I can find out if he is. But the Lovers is when you meet or when you first see that person and it feels like you have known them before. Or and when you start communicating, you feel like you've known them for a dozen years. You know what I mean? It's this very deep, connected spiritual, yeah, connected spiritual connection. So let's see. Yeah, so it does show that his schedule, you are right, has been kind of a problem. I don't know if he's working weird hours. Like you're going to work and you work whatever shift, and now he's on a different shift. So the communication is lacking because of that. And he doesn't really know what to do about that. Okay. So how do you feel about her though? How do you feel about her? I knew I was going to get this. So the Two of Cups, he definitely sees you as somebody he would romantically want to. Um, it's almost like you gotta be a little patient. It feels like the time is not right this minute, but it's going to be. Like it feels like a little bit of time needs to go by, and then it's going to be the right timing. There's just like a delay. They're showing me like an alarm clock and like fires, like the little ambulance sign, like the emoji. Like there's a delay. You can be patient. Okay, good. There's a delay because of his new schedule. Does he work late or Like you guys have opposite, um, kind of opposite so long as he makes moves exactly. Every time I make first moves, the guy gets scared. Exactly. That's what I was feeling. So you work the day schedule is what I feel. He used to, but then he got switched. Now he works late hours. So now that's why the hangman is there because there's this like this factor. But my spirit guides are telling me it was purposely done. The universe, spirit, God, whomever you believe in, made this happen to see if you really liked him and he really likes you. And if they switched him, the 10 minutes is over. If you want to keep going, you could send the $10 to make it an extended. It's something I do now that I didn't do 3 years ago. So the extended is 15 minutes, so you would get another 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to go further. So I'm going to take a drink of my water. Shell, I love you. Isn't this cute? I love this. I love when somebody meets somebody like just what did I call it to my friend? A chance meeting. I'm gonna wait for Dee to come back before I continue. How's your day, Shell? Did Austin win his game? Dee, I got it. Okay, I wanted to wait until you came back so that we could start the next 5 minutes. So if you ever come back, this is like my new setup. So if you look, um, my pinned, yeah, you heard that? Okay, cool. If you look at my pinned notes, it shows that like it's a $20 in-depth question. It lasts 10 minutes. And then at the end of that, you get to decide if you're happy with that or if you want to do the extended. So a lot of people extend it because they want a little bit more info, and then that turns into the extended total with by sending the 10. Scrimmage, I'm not sure, but he did also. Oh, good. Okay, D. So before I start the 5 minutes, I wanted to at least give you a couple of minutes free by explaining these two cards. How long have you been speaking? Where is the chat? Where is the chat? Okay, go out and delete it and then come back in. Almost a year. Okay, I love this. Have you ever had a date? No, right? Like you only see him on the train. It will be a year in September. Okay. I feel like you've never hung out outside of the train, but I do see that he's single and I see that you're single. Like, why hasn't the guy made the move? But when you were on the train and he did work the schedule that you would be on the train, um, does he talk to you every time? Does he look at you? I mean, how did you guys get into communication? Because the reason why I asked how long is that it did feel long, and a year to me is long. Okay, so we have the King of Cups to the Two of Cups. So he has an emotional attachment to you. He likes you, okay? And in more than a friend. That Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a soulmate. There is an opportunity here to, if you're patient, to make this go somewhere. But we need him to be a little bit more dominant, a little bit more alpha, because after a year, that's very patient, right? You have been very patient. So, the next 5 minutes, do you want me to get the real feelings out? Is that what you're looking for, or do you want to know where will this go somewhere? You can let me know how you want the next 5 minutes, what you want me to, and then I'll start the time. Yeah, okay, perfect. Because basically, what you got so far is confirmation that this is not in your head, that this is real. Like me seeing the vision of you guys, the first moment you guys, caught each other's eye, and I just feel like this feeling of like, oh my god, I can't stop smiling. The eyes connect. It was a deep, like immediate connection that was unexplainable. And it was just like, I don't know, I gravitate towards him. It's magnetism. It's it's exciting. You know what I mean? But now that it's been a year later, it's kind of like, well, is anything gonna happen? So let's start the time and let's see. So this is more of a question for spirit. I will ask Christian where did I'm gonna pull 5 cards for what Christian would answer, and then I'm gonna pull cards for what spirit. So I'm starting it now. All right, where is this gonna go? Where do you see this going? This connection, this between Dee and Christian, the guy who works on the train. As she's going to work, she has to get on the train. That's how they first saw each other. Where will this go? Oh wow. So I have chills everywhere, which is a good sign. And I'm very good at knowing if this is gonna be a karmic relationship, a toxic karmic, or a soulmate. I don't do twin flames anymore, but and then there's like for me like another category that nobody talks about, which is just you meet somebody and there wasn't really a lesson that needed to be made. It was just kind of just another, where you throw everything else. That's how I like to explain it. All right, where's this gonna go, Jeremiah and Samantha? Where do you see Christian? Because the delay is with Christian. Christian's the one who needs to pursue you romantically and like start to like take action, be the man. Do you feel that way? Because I feel like, you shouldn't have to be like, oh my God, will you take me on a date? He's a little intimidated by you. All right. He's a little insecure by you. And nothing that you've done, okay? Nothing that you've done makes him feel that way. It's just there's something about you that makes him feel, watch these cards, watch this. So the Knight of Swords is that uh what will happen with you guys. So something's going to come in quick. Usually it's communication, but this is how like they're describing Christian as the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is somebody who almost feels scared to approach you or scared to ask you out, even though you're dropping hints that you kind of like him. It's like he's a little intimidated, he's a little scared to be rejected because he actually has developed feelings for you. And the Seven of Pentacles is like you both think about each other all the time. It's almost like, oh my God, you literally start thinking about from day one, and the immediate vision that I saw, the second you guys saw each other, and then you literally think about all everything that's happened since, and you're both doing it. It like let me use the pendulum and make sure. So, Spirit, is this a mutual interest between D and Christian? Okay, so that's a yes. This is mutual. Okay, this is not like you being like, well, I kind of like him, but he's not really showing me enough that makes me feel he likes me. It's because he's scared. He's a little insecure. He definitely does not want to um be rejected, and he doesn't want to stop talking to you. He doesn't want to lose you as a friend. So he's a little sporadic right now. And look at the bottom of the cup. I said, what are you scared of? What are you scared of? The Ace of Cups. He's scared of his own emotions for you. He's scared that like he's like, I met a pretty cool, chill, beautiful woman who's also sweet, and I want to move forward, right, with the Chariot moving forward. Um, but he feels that what happened with his schedule, he feels like, damn, I'm missing out now because I can't communicate with her all the time. Like, time went out. I'm gonna pull a few more cards. It does show the which is it's going to be a little bit challenging, but in the end, it's a victory, okay? Everybody says this is a victory card, but they don't understand that the six is a 6 out of 10. This starts out slow and steady with challenges of like having to be patient, having to deal with the new schedule, and like he's sleeping when you're not, and it's kind of just like out of whack. They are saying like, did this happen during Mercury retrograde? Like did his schedule change during Mercury retrograde? Because it feels like everything's out of bounds, but soon it's going to slow down. It's going to finally come to a rest. And that's when you guys are going to finally say, okay. Honestly, I don't even know when it started. I just know we've been in it. So it does show like it kind of sucks because the Four of Swords, which is like a timeout, it's not like a I don't want to be with you. It's just time that you both have to think about this. Um and communication is has slowed down. So what we're trying to do is we need did he want to work the night shift or he has to? I feel like he will come around to not being so scared sometime in the winter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So last September. So yeah, let me get timing. I'll do it for free. Let's do timing for you. He wants to, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just have to. What sign are you? What sign are you? You need to give him a little bit of a push to let him kind of his psyche understand that like you will say yes to a date. We need to just give him a little bit of okay, okay, so that makes sense. He's a Pisces, you're an Aries. So you're gonna be more of an alpha and he's gonna be more of a not a beta, but like he's gonna be a little bit more like into his emotions, kind of go into a shell, then come out. And I love Pisces. Um, but you being an Aries, I think that there's an essence of him feeling intimidated uh to actually just put it out there and to ask you on a date. So you're going to have to like give him some breadcrumbs because I agree with you. No woman needs to go chasing a man. The man should pursue the woman. That's what I believe in. But he needs, he just needs a little bit of validation. He needs to kind of feel like, oh, I think she does like me. I think she would say yes because there's always your days off. It just feels like timing is wrong right now, but that it will become right. So let me get timing. Spirit, when will they finally like get to go on a date? Let's just ask that. When do you see them actually, or even let's take the pressure off of Christian. When will they hang out outside of the train? When will they hang out for the first time outside of the train? When will they hang out? See, like you're coming off. Yeah, he's just a little scared of you, but it's good. That means that it doesn't mean you're unapproachable. It just means like you're coming out as the nine of pentacles, which is independent, confident. You have a lot of confidence. You can talk to anybody. The truth is going to come out about the way he actually feels about you. He's going to finally, the Fool card is a great card. It's not being a fool. It means to be carefree, to finally like let go of his inhibitions or his fear of getting rejected and just go for it because this is what he's scared of, the no contact, the no, the rejection. But because he sees you as the empress, which is like describing you as the most beautiful woman in the world, like he's gonna feel it's like he's gonna just one day all of a sudden have the guts to say it, but you got to give him some breadcrumbs. And if the communication dies for, because usually my timing for that Four of Swords is 0 to 4 weeks. If it's dying, we got to figure out how to put some more gasoline in it to make it, you know what I mean? Because I think that, like if you guys could really come together, it could be a like a good duo. But I don't know if he's your forever, but I do feel he's worth seeing if he is. Okay, give me timing, Spirit. When will they hang out? Yeah. No, you're very, 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 very right when you talk about winter months. So technically, winter doesn't start until December 21st or something. But we think about it like in, Thanksgiving and all that. I think that you guys are going to have this little slump where you guys hardly communicate. And then once like it's not summer and we go into the fall, it'll start to pick back up again. And then by yeah, they're showing me like exactly. You're spot on. You're very intuitive because the winter they are showing me the Christmas trees and the the songs and the happiness and like that's like during the summer a lot of people have depression and during the winter they come out of it. So it feels like you're going through kind of a lull, but you got to stay in contact even if it's a little bit. So because then it's going to start becoming more. And then right around Christmas time is when you guys are going to start communicating more. And then they're showing me by January, you guys will see each other or hang out. Pretty much a date. All right. Is there anybody else? I hope that was a good reading. Dee. He's a Pisces. Let me give you a couple of oracle cards. Let me pull a couple of oracle cards. Wisdom. All right. Well, you came in here. You got some wisdom. You got some. He's okay. If you think of it this way, like I'm an old soul. Thank you. I'm an old soul. I feel like you are, and I feel like he's more of a new, like a baby, as far as soul. Okay, so that's what makes him feel like, oh, I might get rejected. Oh, I'm a little scared. It feels like he's more of like a new, how do I say this without being sounding crazy? Um, like we've lived many times and he's more of a baby soul. So it just is going to take him a little bit while. But you say that because he's 11 years younger than me. No way! That's crazy. Makes total sense. Okay. Wow. Okay. See? Wow. See, I love when I get confirmation and validation that things went right. And remember that we have free will. So, maybe what spirit is trying to tell me right now is that like if you were to kind of push it right now, push him out of his comfort zone, um, it he just wouldn't ask you and it would just be done with. He would move on, you'd never, deal with him again. You would then, move on and start dating people. By being patient and understanding he's 11 years older than you, all of these different components that are making it not the right time right now. But if you hold on, that communication is going to pick up. And then by January, because they keep showing me January, but they also were showing me Christmas trees. So that's telling me communication picks up during the winter because I'm telling you, you're very intuitive and you have a lot of wisdom as well. Like you listen to yourself, you know, you listen to yourself. Wow, I love that. Thank you for coming in and you're welcome anytime. And if anything else develops, come in. All right, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. Michelle, will you please put in all capital letters, Crystal will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you, Dee. I had such a good time reading for you. And like I said, even if you just want to come in, chat, hang out, watch, you don't always have to purchase a reading. Don't, you know, I really do like your energy. You'll get what you want. I just heard that. Spirit's like, she's going to get what she wants. She's going to get what she wants. Whether that Whether that changes and it's some other guy or it's Christian, she's going to get what she wants at the end of the day. And that this year was your prep year because so much is going to happen in 2026 for you that this is why you just need to like get through this positively, get through the rest of this year because so much life changing things are going to happen to you starting in 2026. 2026 is your year, but this is the year to put in the work. Think of it as putting seeds into the dirt and waiting for it to grow. So January, it's full blown grown, and right now you just planted the seeds. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you, Shell. Anybody else who has questions, go ahead and send them in, and you'll be next. So hey D, are you still here? D, if you're still here, please say I'm here. I swear it went, I saw it go through. I think I thought I saw it go. Maybe if I go out. Let me try one more thing. What the heck? Okay, so what do I do, Jill? Can you send it or tell me how to do it? All it shows is transfer, send. Okay. I didn't check, but when she sent the first one, I looked over and I said, I don't know who sent that because I didn't see a name. And she said, it's from me. So I saw it, I looked at it, said her name, and then I swear I waited for her and I swear it popped up and said that she paid the other 10. So you're right. It might just be because she's yeah, so I'll just wait and see. Do all that then request? Wait till it's late and then I got it. Okay. Um last call, if anybody wants a reading, please let me know. Received. I don't see that. I don't see activities. I know, right? All right, I'm gonna go. I'll see you mañana. Shell, I'll message you right now so you can help me. Thank you guys. Well, it's been over an hour. Nobody else sent one in, so that's fine. I'll be back on here tomorrow. Tonight would have been good because I'm super connected. All right, have a good night, guys. Bye. Okay.